In this video, you will learn about graphing equations in any form. In order to graph a linear equation, you need to follow the following steps. First, solve to get y by itself. Then, graph the y-intercept or the b-value. Then use the slope, or m, to graph another point. And finally, use your ruler to draw in the line. In my first example, I'm given the equation negative x plus 25 minus 5y equals 0. Now if I want to get y by itself, the first thing I have to do is move this x. So I would add x to both sides, and that would give me 25 minus 5y equals x. Then if I want to move this 25 over to finish getting y by itself, I would have to subtract 25 from both sides. So I'll have negative 5y equals x minus 25. Now the last thing I have to do to get y by itself is divide everything by negative 5. So I'll have y equals, there's really a 1 in front of my x, so it's negative 1 over 5x. And negative 25 divided by negative 5 is positive 5. So that means that my slope is negative 1 over 5, and my y-intercept is 5. So I can plot my y-intercept at 5 on the y-axis, go down 1 and over 5, and then draw in your line. In my next example, I'm given the equation 3x equals 3y plus 12. If I want to solve to get y by itself, this time I'm just going to move the 12 over. So I would subtract 12 from both sides to get 3x minus 12 equals 3y. Now the last thing I have to do is get rid of the 3 that's in front of the y. So I divide everything on both sides by 3 to get 3x divided by 3 is just x. Negative 12 divided by 3 is negative 4 equals y. So this tells me that my slope is 1 over 1 and my y-intercept is negative 4. So I can plot my y-intercept on the graph, go up 1 and over 1, and then draw in the line. If we look at the examples we have here, on the left we have a horizontal line. And notice that the equation for a horizontal line is y equals. So when I have the equation y equals negative 1, I find negative 1 on my y-axis and draw on a horizontal line. On the right I have a vertical line. So my equation is in the form x equals. So my example, I have x equals negative 1. So find negative 1 on the x-axis and draw on the vertical line. In my first example I have here, since this is a y equals equation, I'm going to find 3 on the y-axis. And since this is y equals, that means it's going to be a horizontal line. So I'll draw in my horizontal line through that point. My other example is x equals positive 3. So I find 3 on the x-axis, and since it's x equals, it's a vertical line. So I'm going to draw my vertical line through that point.